Closing comments for Thursday, June the 10th. Well, today was report day, and it was the big news of the day. The USDA increased the corn exports for 2021 by 75 million. They increased the ethanol use by 75 million, and they lowered the carryout for this year by 150 million to 1.107 billion bushels. This was 96 million below the average guess, so the market was a little friendly afterwards. The corn numbers for the 21-22 growing season were all the same, except they did lower the carryout, as you would expect, from 2021 by 150 million, and then in turn lowered the carryout for next year by the same 150 million. The carryout for next year is projected at 1.50 or 1.417, so not quite as small as this year. On the soybean side, next year's carryout was lowered by 15 million, and that was increased by 15 million. That was done by lowering the crush by 15 million and leaving the exports the same. The final number was at 135 million carryout. The average guess going in was 122 million. The numbers for 21-22 saw the same increases of a 15 million carryout in and a 15 million additional carryout going out. Wheat numbers saw exports increase by 20 million bushels. No other changes resulted in the carryout being lowered by 20 million to 852 million for this current marketing year. And for next year, we did see the carryout going down to 852 million, and that was also done. The numbers had wheat yields up by increasing the production 26 million. Feed up 10 million, so the resulting carryout increase was down 4 million at 770 million bushels. USDA lowered the Brazilian corn crop from 102 million metric tons to 98.5 million metric tons. And today CONAB released their number, and they had the Brazilian corn crop at 96.4, so a little lower than USDA. USDA increased the Brazilian bean crop by 900,000 metric tons to 137.0 million metric tons. CONAB also increased their soybean estimate for Brazil by 500,000 metric tons to 135.9 million metric tons. USDA left the Argentina corn and soybean crops unchanged at 47.0 million metric tons each. On the world corn stocks, they lowered the corn stocks 2.9 million metric tons to 280.6. They increased the world bean stocks, partially from Brazil and partially from the U.S., from 86.6 to 88.0, and the USDA lowered the world wheat stocks from 294.7 million metric tons to 293.5. So all in all, the report was friendly. Corn did jump right after the opening. Beans and wheat were more negative, and beans closed down on the old crop by 18 cents and closed up on the new crop. Otherwise, in the markets today, not a lot of other news. We did continue to hear weather talk, and that will be the talk going forward. The next big report is going to be the June 30th report, and that report will have the June 1 stocks, and it will also have acres for this year. A lot of talk right now of additional corn acres were planted, but time will tell when we get the report whether that number is right. Informa, if you remember, was 4 million higher than the USDA. But right now we'll have to wait and see what the final number is when the USDA comes out on the 30th. Otherwise, in the markets, dollar was down 66 points, giving a little support to the markets. Gold was up 660 and silver was up 40 points. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day.